Hello crafters and welcome to this week's From Picture to Page and Beyond Papercraft Show update. I'm Michelle Brown, Creative Director from Picture to Page, which is our scrapbooking, mixed media art and paper crafting community, and I'm so excited to be jumping in your feed today to give you our weekly update. Now we're going to be covering a dash of inspiration. We're also very excited to be announcing the dates for our 2022 in-person craft shows, and I've got another little announcement as well. So firstly, before we jump in, of course, our dash of inspiration. Now, hopefully you've had a chance to learn something new over the last couple of years, whether it was an in-person class or maybe an online class. And of course, the Spring into Sandown online craft show had so many different techniques. So what I'd like to challenge you is to consider, have you actually taken any of those skills you've learned and looked at mastering them or becoming a little bit more in depth with them? I think sometimes it's so easy to see something and to try it once, or perhaps throw a card together or do this and then just move on to the next thing, always looking for something new. But sometimes the challenge can be, how do we dig in a little bit deeper? Now, particularly when I'm doing a lot of mixed media, it's getting to know our mediums, understanding our paints, looking at the different techniques, and then really repeating them over and over again with different color combinations, different compositions, and then really understanding how our craft materials work. So that's my challenge for you this week. Rather than perhaps looking for something new, why don't we go back and revisit something we've learned previously and perhaps spend a little bit of time on it, and maybe not mastery, maybe not 10,000 hours, which is like full-time work of 3 years. So that may be a little bit much, but perhaps trying something a couple of times. And it really is a great place to be, especially as you are heading into more mixed media and art journaling, is to really understand those materials and feel that you can master them, so you can make some really good choices when it comes to how you're putting things together. So I would love for you to hear in the comments, pop there, let us know if there's something that you have been mastering, or maybe you tried it once and decided it wasn't for you, but then realized maybe you didn't give it a really good go. Maybe it is something you need to spend a little bit more time on. So I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments on you and mastering a new skill. Now, our dates for the 2022 shows. Now, hopefully for all of you on our mailing list, you received this in your letterbox Friday morning, and we let the retailers know earlier in the week. And it's so exciting to be able to announce the dates for our 2022 in-person shows. I mean, we're going to be able to get together face-to-face and see people and buy our craft supplies, attend some classes, watch some demonstrations, and it will be just so lovely catching up with you all again. Now, of course, we're heading back to Bendigo in March on the 19th and 20th of March at the Bendigo Showground. So we're heading back to that same venue. We'll be back at Pakenham in May at the Cardinia Cultural Centre on the 21st and 22nd. We'll be heading to Geelong in July on the 23rd and 24th at the Vines Road Community Centre. We'll be having our big Sandown Spring Show in October for 3 days on the 14th, 15th and 16th of October. Then the Peninsula Show next November 2022 on the 18th and 19th of November. But of course, the big announcement was the addition of our 6th in-person show. So you're not going to have to wait a whole year before you attend a craft show. We are having a Sandown Summer Show in February. We've been planning a 6th show in February for a little while now. And this year, of course, we didn't quite get there, but we thought, I think next year is going to be the perfect opportunity to get together. So we're heading back to Sandown, to the Sandown Raceway in Springvale on the 19th and 20th of February for our 2-day Sandown Summer Show. Now, we do know it's a great venue. It's really easy for the retailers to get in and bump out, and it's got some good air conditioning, and I think it's just going to be so much fun. And thirdly, I must also apologise. I did create a little bit of confusion with the email I sent out. In my excitement, I copied the retailer's script into the crafter's email, and I'd left in the bump in date. So for those of you that aren't familiar with show and events terminology, bumping in is the day that we move in and set up for the crafting show. So all the dates in that email that say bump in, they're the retailers set up days. So they're not days that will be open to the public or to the crafters. They are for the show setup. So if you just check out our website, of course, from picturetopageandbeyond.com.au, you can see all of our 6 events and the exact dates they are going to be too. So all of them, or most of them, will be Saturday and Sunday. Our October show is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then our November show will be 2 days. Just excuse me. There we go. So yes, so all of our shows will be Saturday and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and then 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on the Sunday. 3 days of our October show. And then our Peninsula show has got the Friday evening and the Saturday as well. And all at those familiar venues. So that is all very, very exciting. And then lastly, just a quick note in case you've missed it, we are hiring. So From Picture to Page is looking at hiring someone on a part-time basis to help us out with organising all the shows and events. Now that we've got 6 shows, it basically means we're organising a show throughout the year. It's going to be constant. So if you're interested in a part-time job, whether you've retired recently and looking for a bit of work, or maybe you're a stay-at-home mum and looking for returning to work, head over to LinkedIn and search From Picture to Page, and all the details will be there about the duties, and that is the very best place to apply as well. Now, they'll be open until the 11th of November, and we're looking forward to introducing you to our new team member, hopefully before the end of the year. So I think that is it. Dash of inspiration, try something, mastering it. So rather than just doing it once and throwing it aside, give it a go, try it in a few different ways and see what you can make work for you. Our fantastic dates for 2022. So we've got 6 fantastic shows: Sandown Summer, Bendigo, Pakenham, Geelong, Sandown Spring, and then Peninsula show as well. Oh, I forgot to mention, of course, we've got corresponding dates for our Papercraft Posse. Now, Papercraft Posse is our Facebook-based community, but it's also our chance to come together. So a few weeks before each show, we'll be having a crafternoon, so an opportunity for you to come and visit us in person in our Mount Waverley studios. Bring along your lunch, bring along what you're working on, come and have a play, ask questions, get some help. Now, those dates, again, are on our Facebook page, but I'll run through them quickly. So our first crafternoon ahead of the Sandown Summer Show will be Saturday the 29th of January. Ahead of Bendigo, it'll be Saturday 26th of February. Ahead of Pakenham, it will be Sunday 30th of April. Ahead of the Geelong Show, it will be Saturday the 25th of June. Ahead of the Sandown Spring Show, it will be Saturday the 17th of September. And finally, ahead of our Peninsula Evening Show, it'll be on Saturday the 5th of November. So for those of you that are in the Papercraft Posse, check that post that's pinned at the top, and all of those dates will be there. $10, come along, bring what you're working on, come and have a chat, have a cuppa, catch up with some people, and then hopefully you'll have some familiar faces when you head into the show as well, because that is what it's all about. Okay, so I think that is it for the day. Dates for 2022, so excited to be able to announce. And like I said, we're hiring. So if you're looking for a part-time job in the Australian craft industry, head over to LinkedIn, search From Picture to Page, and you will find us there. So any questions, anything else? Thanks, Wendy. Wendy says she loves my top. And Wendy says she would like to master her sketching. Sketching is a tricky one, isn't it? I find sometimes with sketching, I do start practicing and then I get a little bored and then I just feel that I'm never going to get any better at it. So it's one of those tricky ones. But again, it's deciding if that's something you want to master, then to practice and then going over it. So that is a really good idea. So that is it for this week. Like we said, dates for 2022, dash of inspiration, and of course we are hiring. So we would love to find anyone out there who might be looking for some part-time work. So this is Michelle signing off. We hope you have a crafty day.